Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video, and in today's video we have a tour of our world which we've had for nearly over a year now. Obviously we haven't been very consistent with it, but now we're really getting into it and yeah, trying to post videos for you guys to enjoy.
We literally have so much to show you, so let's let the Fragen jump straight in with the beachfront tour.
So the first bit of the tour I'm going to be showing you is where it all started on the beachfront. So we've got my house, the fountain that we built at the start, and our bridge with turtles here. We found this place to build and just started building here. We've got obviously the fountain here, the coral rock pool area that we built. It's lasting strong. I think it doesn't need to be updated yet. It looks very good still. Maybe we should make it a little bit bigger because it's a little bit cramped in there, but obviously it has this nice amazing view here with some ugly turtle thing over there. I don't know what that is. So we're gonna head over to my house now and show you what that looks like. Gonna go over our bridge, following the path, but first we're gonna show you this little chilled beach place. There's some salad there. We don't eat salad. I don't know why that's there. We're unhealthy. So we're gonna enter the house here. Got some nice little flowers, windmill here. Shut the doors, I don't know why they're open. And when we're inside, we obviously have this nice little decorative area. We have our little kitchen here with a fish and a fishing rod, some hanging plants, our little table with some beer, chicken, our globe. We're gonna give it a spin. Pretty cool. And we have our dog and some grass, leafy areas. The dog is called Chunkmeister, but you can't see it. We're gonna have our little beam here and then a nice little sunset painting with our little cow in the corner. We're gonna tap him. We have our piano as well. I'm pretty good on piano. I'm actually not, I'm terrible. But the colour and the decor in here is really nice. We got our music here, a nice little sofa. Obviously, if you just want to chill, watch some TV or just play some games, you can come here. And our little lanterns, our fireplace, rug, and some other nice paintings here. Obviously, we have enough wood to last us. Our little clock there with the bird coming out. We have this area here we haven't finished, so I'm going to show you upstairs now instead. So let's run upstairs. Obviously we have our record players here that I showed in a previous video. And yeah, the top doesn't look that cool, but here we have our little I forgot the name of it somehow. Telescope, there you go, where we watch Ceratops's house because we've got to make sure she's safe. And again, another globe. We have some invisible block here that I literally can't remove and it's really annoying. Our wardrobe with nothing inside. We need some more clothes. And here we have what Ceratops put on my little house, a little collection of plushy animals here. And they're very cute if you like those. Our little barbecue here that I built recently. And then we come down. I still don't know what to do here. And we have our nice little swimming pool with our little deck chair. So we'll go around here and I'll show you that. There it is. We also can get up to the roof, which I'll show you in a sec. We built this little secret path here, so if you want to have a little chill out on the roof here. I did want to connect it to the tree and figure something out, but I'll figure that out in a later time. So yeah, you can obviously chill here and play some music and just chill.
Seeing as we started off with the Fragen's house tour, I don't think there would be anything more appropriate than to move on with a tour of my house. But first I have to warn you that this was one of my earliest builds, so be prepared to see some sort of unfinished ideas. But anyways, this is our dog house. We have two dogs here, Shelly, and honestly I can't remember what the boy is called. I think anyone will quickly realise the theme of cherry blossoms and bees, but we'll get onto that in a second. And yeah, they also have this pot of drinking water just to keep them hydrated. I hate how I described that as if I was advertising it, but anyways, this is the front of my house, which I have been doing up recently. It's still not finished. I have all these flower pots behind some hedges and also this dirt path leading into my house, which as you can see is a lot smaller than the Fragens, and it's actually very empty. We've got a chest full of a bunch of random stuff, a very interesting lighting situation here with a torch, a frog light, and also another lamp. I think the cherry on the top is this very questionable diet that I have here. It looks like my cookie jar is empty, which is a little bit suspicious because I do not remember having my cookies, but at least we can have some of this cake. You will find out that I love to have cakes scattered all over my house. And we head right up the ladder because I was too lazy to add in some proper stairs, and we have another interesting arrangement of furniture here with a lovely little balcony overlooking our beachfront area. And now you can very obviously see the bee theme that we've got going on here. Don't ask me how that's structurally correct or if it makes sense at all because I don't know, I just thought it looked cute. And the Fragen keeps eating my cake, so we only have one slice left. Might as well finish that off. Then going out the back, we have another balcony here which is overlooking my cherry blossom heart-shaped pool garden area, which is literally one of my favorite areas of the whole entire world. I'll show you that in a bit more detail later, but anyways, this is my very romantic tree rooftop area where I can also watch the Fragon. So he may have a telescope, but he's not the only one who can be a little bit sneaky. Anyways, I had to remember not to miss out the most important part, which is the rooftop pool. So we're going to head through this very romantic and pink path all the way up to my safe rooftop pool. Definitely not going to fall over the edge, just make sure you're careful. And yeah, I have an amazing view, and this place is just really special to us because, as the Fragon said earlier, this is the first place that we found in our Minecraft world which looked good enough to us to build on, because we wanted somewhere really summery and beachy, but also near a bunch of other things like forest, so this was the perfect place to build. Just heading down all the way through my house now, I've really realized how bad it actually is, and I want to redo the inside, but at the same time it's very special to me, as I said, so I don't know if I'm ready to let go of that just yet. But either way, I still love how the outside looks. I just think it's super unique, and maybe, yeah, that's because it kind of doesn't make sense, but the colors and the bees and the cherry blossoms are literally all so me. I just had to keep it. Now, walking through this cherry archway into the garden, we have a closer up view of our heart-shaped pool. Honestly, it's more of an L shape, but I've decided to call it heart shape just because that is a little bit more appealing and aesthetic. If there was one thing I could bring from our Minecraft world into the real world, it would definitely be this garden pool area, because just look how cute it is. I'm obsessed with cherry blossoms, so having this garden was literally the best thing for me. And yeah, just everything about the layout here is so perfect to me, because as soon as we walk through the archway, we've got this lovely, lovely garden area right next to the river, and you will be seeing that in a bit more detail later on. And now you may be wondering why I'm still talking when this is clearly the Fragon's cute little hand in the corner here, but I have some very sad news. Basically, the audio deleted, and I'm so annoyed because the Fragon was literally having the time of his life talking about his builds here, so I'm gonna have to cover over it just because of the way we edit, but I hope that's okay with you guys. It's only for this section when we explore the pub and a couple of other things, so you guys can hear the Fragon come back all joyful later on. But yeah, essentially we are in the jungle pub, which has been shown in a couple of other videos if you want to hear the Fragon talk properly about it, but we've got to tap on the happy little golem to let us in after we pay the fee to enter the pub, and then we walk through these double doors and we're in, and we are greeted by a beautiful purple and green artwork which represents our favorite colors, even though mine's pink, but you know, close enough. It basically just represents us in the same way as the bridge. But yeah, the Fragon was too lazy to add some little workers behind here. We are gonna have some copper golems dishing up the food and serving up the drinks. We're also still desperately waiting for ideas from you guys for what to put in that empty space there. We're hoping for some ideas for another room, but yeah, then we have this slot machine in the games room along with the darts corner over here. If you want to see how they work, check out our other videos. But yeah, then we have the disco / club room with our worker. He is getting prepped for the disco tonight. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing over there with the record player, but I'm sure he's working hard. And yeah, someone commented that we should give him a pay rise, so the Fragon has upped his pay from, I think it was 1 poisonous potato to 2 poisonous potatoes now, so let us know if you think that's fair enough. I think it's okay. But yeah, I'm still super sad that the Fragon couldn't give his piece to talk about on this pub, but you know, if you finish this video and you're looking for his opinion on all those bits and bobs, then check out one of our first or second video ideas. If you're new to the channel, by the way, this is only our third video, so hopefully you can cut us some slack. But anyways, here are the beautiful lanterns above our romantic picnic date spot with our composters for a picnic basket, and we have our yellow, pink and purple lanterns floating above us. Then we have hidden over here in the dark the bunny daycare, and if we're just gonna have a look and see if they're sleeping, no they are not, they seem to be waiting by the door, but trust me, they love it here, they don't want to leave, they really love it. Moving on, we have our riverside forest here, which is very enchanted with all these fireflies but no firefly bushes. If you want to figure that out, check out our first video. And we seem to have a friend who has ended up by the river just enjoying his time. I don't think he's in any danger, so we're just gonna leave him right there. Okay, I'm sure you've had enough of me, but before we go back to the Fragon, I just got to show you this very chill spot over here, which is our swing in the tree. I think this would be a super cute area for kids, or just if you want to go have a read, have a little apple snack. There is a picnic blanket as well. Basically just didn't know what to do with this area by the ocean hidden around the corner, so that is what we ended up deciding on. And there's also also a hammock as well. And here we have the giant looming happy face that we have here with a love heart. The Fraggin built this pixel art because he really loves doing pixel art, and just a secret just between us, he built this to cheer me up when I was upset. So it's really cute and really special to us, so we will not be getting rid of that. Now passing over to the Fraggin, who's just come off his night shift, so let's go.
So we switched to day to show you this stables here because I think it looks better in the day, and obviously all the horses were asleep, so we let them get their rest. And here they all are. They still need names because we haven't named them yet, so if anyone has any names for them, let us know. So here we have their apples here, which they love to eat. They absolutely love apples. Some fountain here or sink to wash up after you've been with them because they are animals. They're not very clean, but yeah, obviously these ones haven't been tamed yet. We're going to show you Sarah's little sad emoji here, which although it's sad, it makes me happy because it just looks funny. I don't really know why she made this, but yeah, I like it, and I think we should keep it, even though it doesn't match the theme of the stable, but it's really cool. So I'm going to hand it over to Sarah Thompson now.
If that wasn't the best transition ever, then I don't know what is, because I thought that was pretty smooth. But anyways, we are walking over to the bakery, which we are not entering yet. We are actually following this path to the Hilltop hot tub, following the gradient from pink wood through all the bunnies to this lighter wood, and then to spruce, I think, and then the dark oak all the way over here, past the river and my fake clouds, which are floating up there looking absolutely beautiful. And here we are arriving at the Hilltop hot tub. The sign still isn't finished here. I don't know why we were too lazy to finish up that, but we have this very zen aesthetic hilltop with overgrown grass leading all the way to this fully functional hot tub. It's literally got everything. We've got towels, candles, we have the bubbles coming out of the water, as well as all that steam. It literally looks so real in my opinion. This one's quite a recent build, so I'm still very proud of it, and I love visiting it, especially just because of the location with all these paths and little bits and bobs on the side. But we're just going to trace this all the way back over to our Cherry Tree Bakery over here, which is not hard to miss. Looks like the menu today is serving cake, pumpkin pie, cookies, and a berry treat. So here we have all that. We also have rock candy, chocolate, toffee, and sweets, which can all be found on the shelves. And I also used a trapdoor as a chocolate sheet cake over there. Do take cash and card, and we're also going to add Apple Pay as well. The roof is very much see-through with just some trapdoors for some light peeking through, and I think that looks so much better than having the artificial lighting. It just makes everything so much brighter and more vibrant inside. That's about it for the inside, so I'm going to take you all the way around the back so you can see what's going on there, because I don't think we've really shown that in detail before. So we have these lovely lampposts lighting up our way along the path, and all these cats which you will see scattered throughout the cafe because they are sort of part of the theme. I wouldn't go so far as to say it's a cat cafe, but you will definitely have some friends sitting near you trying to get a little bit of your sweet treats if you visit. But anyways, I really love how I laid it out here. We've got all these umbrellas for some shade and lots of sweet treats scattered along the tables. I really love the cafe. It took me a while to figure out the build for the structure because, as you saw with my actual house, I'm not very good at doing all the fancy things like the Fraggin does. I'm more of like a color focused person. But anyways, let's move on to this Japanese inspired pool that I have sort of hidden in my back garden behind my heart-shaped pool. And yeah, we have these little fishies, we have the drip leaves, cherry blossoms of course falling all around, along with bamboo and lily pads. I think it's so cute, and it's just a tiny little touch to make things look better. Before we move on, I have one more thing that I would like to show you guys, and I kind of went the wrong way, so we're gonna head over this way, following along this path again all the way to our giant animal enclosure. And what on earth is this panda doing? I don't know. And we also have a cat living on the top, but yeah, I don't know why every time we enter they are doing strange things. Like, what was that? They are just trying to escape. I swear they're happy here. Anyways, last time all the birds were having a rave in this tree area, and we still have 3 who are connivingly sitting and chatting under there. I wonder what they are plotting. Probably another escape. But anyways, this is our animal enclosure. Let's move this panda out the way here so we can view all the little plants. But yeah, we basically have everything you could possibly imagine in here, and we have some frogs jumping around. We used to have bunnies and also butterflies, but they tend to respawn. So there we go, and the panda's now sitting up. I think we have one of the silly goofy pandas with the tongue out. I don't know, I can't see his face right now, but I'm pretty sure it's one of those. But yeah, I would say that animal enclosure is up there in my top 10 builds, but maybe I say that about everything, I don't know. Anyways, here we have this well, and we have some makeshift pennies at the bottom which we throw in whenever we need a little wish of good luck. I almost forgot this next build, and no wonder I almost forgot it, because it is very hidden in this little hilltop area with all these vines and leaves and grass. And this is our underground aquarium, so we are going to walk straight in over the pressure plates and view all the paintings and artworks and the special floor as we go down. For me, this was my first ever underground build, and unfortunately these fish tanks have all glitched. You can still sort of see into them, but the bottom halves just looked crazy. But aside from that, I think everything's pretty peachy, I guess, in here. So we have our welcome signs, mind your head, as we walk in and view the pufferfish here. We have a salmon, then we have our labeled red coral, brain coral, magenta coral, blue coral, and do with that what you will. But anyways, moving on, we have a little music box in the corner which we're not going to play right now. We have all those lights up there, a sponge with lots of viewing space, and all these little bits and bobs over here, another globe to spin, and a big chunk of kelp. On the right side we have a bunch of dried corals displayed, and sadly our axolotl tank has glitched as well. He looks so cute though. Luckily we can still see the little fishies in there. That one's literally labeled fish, yes. Anyways, we have a lily pad on the floor because I ran out of ideas, and this massive enclosure of all these fish with glow squids chilling on their own. It looks like they scared everyone away, but yeah.
So the next part of the tour I'm going to show you is my tree and areas surrounding it, so let's get into it. So obviously you may have seen the tree before. It's a really, I wouldn't say unique because anyone can make a tree, but I think the lanterns hanging, I haven't really seen anyone do this, so I'm going to show you this now. Here we enter here through the nice little water area, have a little sit down if you want to, you know, play some music, read a book, study. We go around, we have obviously the little frog, our lily pads, our lovely flowers, our bees as well, there's one sitting up here, and there's also one on the lily pad here, and there's some in the leaves at the top as well. We're going to go around the tree now and show you what it looks like from a distance. Next we're going to go over to our sign tree and look at the market, enclosure and aquarium. So let's head over to this way. Here we have flower fields, beach fidder, and a new little project behind the corner. But wait, actually, let's show you this Statue of Liberty first, which I built quite recently, and it was featured in the previous video, so I'll show him again. I changed the pose of him to this little cheering one. So let's follow the path. I'll let Sarah show you the mushroom house. Here we have our little guard of our markets. He's been here since the start and he does a great job. He deserves a pay rise. Here we have the crunchy carrots, 4 gold per bunch, which is an absolute scam in my opinion and really overpriced, so I won't be buying. The fresh apples for sale. Here you could barter for those, so it might be pretty decent. Here we're at Sarah's Charms and Trinkets place, which I actually really love. I think the colours are amazing here. She has our little worker in there who's a very good worker. We're going to just move her out of the way. Obviously the rainbow pattern here is so unique and nice. I think this worker deserves a pay rise. I think we have a customer coming. Would you like to buy anything? I don't think he wants to buy anything, but we're going to ask him in a sec if you'd like to buy something. So let's open. We'll bring the dog as security. So we're going to ask if he would like to buy anything. I don't think he would like to buy anything. So let's head over to the axolotl pond waterfall area, which is very nice. Here we have that little orange axolotl and brown ones here in the nice little moss overgrown area, which is very nice. Just chilling. They live a happy life, these axolotls in here. A very easy way of life. So we're going to try and get to the top in a second. Here we go. You could sit up here and just sit by the water and just hang over the waterfall if you're just feeling relaxed, or you could just jump down and do some little games, or if you have a family you could just play some little sports in here, maybe like beach volleyball. So yeah, I'm going to hand it back over to Sarah and she's going to continue with the tour.
It is finally time to look at the mushroom house in depth. So we are heading right on inside, and it is fully decorated in here, and we appear to have some visitors who are doing a little bit of sweeping up in the kitchen, I guess, which is very kind of them. We have a load of bits and bobs which are decorating the household here, and a sneaky little gnome which is hiding up in the mushroom, and again another glitched fish tank with a pufferfish in, which is so annoying. But I really like this part. This is like a lowered good living area space. Then we have a bathroom with a little mushroom toy sitting in there, and another one over here because I thought it was so perfect for the theme. This is our little bedroom space with some discs on the wall, and the bird has appeared here as well. I guess he was feeling a bit tired. There is another globe here as well. I think we have them in literally every living space, and a piano as well because whoever lives here likes a bit of music. So we're gonna head up the stairs and all the way to this empty room, which we have no idea what to fill with. Please leave some suggestions in the comments because we get barely any comments, so if you suggest, you are probably going to be the winner of whatever the final idea is. But anyways, we are walking right on over to another build which you guys actually have never seen, even if you have watched our previous videos. And this one is quite a big build, and it is a very fancy and modern one. And no, it is not that skyscraper looking thing over there, because the Fragan is going to take you through that in a bit, and I'm very excited to hear what he has to say about that one. But this is our beach villa. Looks like the door's already open, so we can walk straight in, and there's quite a lot of space in here. We have room for a pet. I can't remember if we had a pet in here or not, but either way, they are definitely gone if they were there before. Then we have a very simple kitchen because you don't want to be doing too much cooking on your holiday. We have these 2 beds, pink and green. I think that explains who's going to be staying here on holiday. It's me and the Fragan, obviously. We have our cookies and some bamboo growing if you need it for some reason. Then this is our lovely little sauna. It's quite a small build, but I think it's really, really effective, and it's pretty obvious as to what it is. Then we have a tiny little shower room over here with our frog fountain shower, a bar of soap, and also a little white towel. Then we have 2 beds to relax on right in front of our pool here, where we have our fountain spraying water just for a little extra fun, along with our axolotl floaty and some umbrellas for some shade. But I really, really love that pool, even though it's pretty tiny. But yeah, that's the beach holiday villa. I think it's very cool, and I like how much natural light it's getting with that ceiling. But if you want to come and stay, then let us know. And speaking of staying over, let's move on to the hotel.
Right, so the next thing I'm going to show you is a new project I've recently just started, and it's going to be a hotel for anyone that wants to come and visit our island here. So it's still quite new and fresh, the build, so obviously it's not finished. So we're going to go over here. We have this little cross entry with some lovely little tropical fish in there. We have these lovely plants and greenery growing, and this is the little symbol, these little yellow things on the side, but obviously the same things there. From the top, we also have some more flowers on the top there, which look really, really good. Gonna enter through here. That isn't finished down there. That's gonna be the downstairs. And the first bit is gonna be the lobby and like dining area. We have this lovely little floor we made to try and look fancy. Obviously some meals and tables here. The same thing the other side. Some chandeliers, lovely little floor patterns. Here we have black and red glass there. I don't know if I'm gonna do it the next side. That's why it's not different. It's still an experiment at this moment in time. Here we have the floor here as well with some chiseled bookshelves, and we go up. This floor I think might be like a dancing table room, and then the rooms will be higher up. I have a little glass column there as well. Some random, I don't really know what this was. I just built that when I was like not really thinking, but yeah. I think it could be a project that I maybe could make a little bit bigger because I just have so much ideas to add to it, but I need more. Here I might add like a little aquarium inside, like in the middle, which I think is quite a cool idea. And then we're going to have a swimming pool at the top here with like a little view, like with those infinity pools, I think they're called, like hanging over. So I think that would be quite a nice idea. Gives a great little view. So now we're going to fly over to my vault. We're going to dodge that build because we'll let Sarah Tops explain that one as she built it. And then we go down my little bridge here. We see, unfortunately, 67 is the number of our vault, and some victims that have tried to enter previously. I forgot to shut that, so ignore that. We scan here to enter, and now I need to try and find the lever, which may take some time because I haven't got a cursor at the moment. There we go. That was quite lucky to find it that fast. So yeah, that's our little defense mechanism there. We have the Vault Dweller suits here, which I think look really, really cool and unique. So we put those on if you're living here. And we have the decompression chamber here, or like the cleaning chamber, so you don't bring anything into our vault because we want clean people only. Here we have the rooms here and the other room here. I still have been lazy and haven't finished this room. I really should do it. We have our little chair and axolotl here. I think it is quite accurate to the show I literally just looked at a picture of the show Vaults and copied that, basically tried to make it as accurate as possible. Here we have the shower here, we'll shut that as no one's in there, we don't want to waste the water. And we have the food here and one table because, and I mean one chair on the table because there's only one person in this room. We have our bed and random little trinkets here, our empty cabinet and the bed. So we're going to open the curtains as well because, you know, we're not sleeping at the moment, we need some light. This room still isn't finished. Again, I've been lazy, I need to do it. Let's shut everything up so nothing enters into our vault. Next up is Sarah doing the rest of the tour. So let's give it to her.
Okay, so the next part of this tour literally needs a massive disclaimer, not because it's anything controversial, but just because it is awful. It is so awful. Okay, starting off with this glass bridge, which the Fragon told me to break open because there were a bunch of fishies in here and, you know, they weren't living a super happy life, so we let them go. I mean, it looked bad anyway, so I'm not mad about it, but what looks even worse is this, and we call this the poo house. I feel like it's kind of self-explanatory. This was one of my earliest builds and I wanted it to be like a really cozy log cabin hidden away from the rest of our builds, and there's a fox who actually does like it, so at least we have one fan. But yeah, the inside is pretty much just as bad as the outside. Apparently we have a parrot who does like it in here as well, but anyways, we have this very odd uneven staircase leading out to this strange glass container. Don't even ask what's going on here with the wood patterns being all wrong, but in conclusion, it is just terrible. This part isn't that bad though. This is our little jungle tree path. I think this is something a lot of people do. It's kind of just asking for it when you have all these trees so high up and close together. So I did do that, but it's very, very basic. We do have a little viewing point up here, but again, literally the basicest thing you could possibly have. I know that's not a word, but it definitely describes it. And yeah, you can head right back down and then the jungle tree path extends for quite a while, but it does randomly drop off at the end, as you'll see, and it looks like I gave up on the fences on the side too, so it is a tiny bit dangerous. And yeah, please do not do what I'm doing. I do not recommend that viewers do this. It's very dangerous. Oh, okay, as we can see, good thing I can fly. But anyways, this place has a lot of potential, kind of, so if you guys want to see a video of transforming my worst build ever into something good, then let me know, because I feel like that could be a good video, but I don't know how I could improve it, and I'm worried that I'm just going to make something just as bad all over again. I'm pretty sure the Fragon's against me redoing it just because he finds it so funny, and I guess it's kind of iconic that we just call it the poo house, and I'm sorry we did name it that. It's disgusting, but I mean, just look at it. Anyways, moving on to something a little bit new, fresher and better. It looks like I am stood in front of quite a small build, but you will see in a second everything that we've got inside here. So we have a sign which says only fools enter here, so we're gonna head right on in, and you are welcomed into this deserted, abandoned wasteland. And yes, this is the wasteland, or whatever it's called, from Fallout. I mean, it's not exactly, it's just inspired, and that's why we have it in near our vault. I think you got a sneak peek of that earlier. But yeah, so we call this a movie set, or basically just a bunch of organized clutter in a way, because there is so much going on. And we still have our 3 little chickens in here who are always laying eggs. So we've got one here. Let's see if it's gonna hatch anything. No, it didn't. Let's try again. Oh, okay, they are so cute, and it looks like it wants to stay here, so that is perfect. Thank you for that content. And let's move on to the scary scarecrow. It kind of terrifies me, but yeah, this area is meant to be kind of creepy but also cool. Not to mention this bit down here, which is full of TNT and a very suspicious, scary structure over here. I don't know. Yeah, let's move on. Let's see something more cheery with the Fragon.
So the last thing I'm going to be showing you today is my pixel art pieces that I've made. I've already shown you the heart one that I made for Sarah, but these ones are just ones that I made. One is of myself, and then the other one is my favourite animal. So here is my burger. This is my profile picture on Xbox that I've had for too long, but it's sentimental to me and I decided to build it. And obviously the next here is my favourite animal, give it a little side eye here, and I think it looks really cool. Although it is a little bit random, it doesn't really match our world, these just giant pixel art pieces. And maybe I could build something underneath them, like a little area, a little disco area or a little secret club for anyone that is interested to join my club. But yeah, hopefully you guys liked these pieces and liked all of my builds.
Okay, so I'm back again, and for the final time we are sailing over to this secret area around the corner, and this is our crystal dragon cave with a literal dragon embedded into the walls, if you can see in the top there. But yeah, we have so much going on here, and this magic little pool here with a fountain coming all the way from the top. Still being kind of new to Minecraft, I don't think I can even name all these blocks, but we do have a lot of amethysts and amethyst clusters, another dragon head hidden in the corner, suggesting that there is a dragon hiding his treasure over there in the corner. I think this is one of the most unique builds because there are so many different blocks here, and it's just cool how it looks like a literal crystal rock broken open and you can enter inside. So I hope you like this build, but I think you should vote for your favorite build in the comments and let us know what you want to see coming your way next.
So guys, that is the end of today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, because we really enjoyed showing you our world that we've built, and we just love building on it and showcasing all of the stuff we've built. So I hope you guys really enjoyed it as well. And we're thinking in the next couple videos, maybe a challenge video, or maybe we can start a survival world, as Ceratops has never played it before. So we could see how that goes, but let us know in the comments what you guys think. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.